this beluga whale a new home. This beluga whale just moved into a protected ocean habitat in Iceland. Inside this issue, do you think your bedtime should be later? Dive into these online videos. A walk in the Arctic. Your home, whales. Life science. A new home. A pair of beluga whales have been given a new home in Iceland. As you read, why were the belugas brought to a new home? Highlight details that support your answer. Have you ever gone on a long trip? How about a trip halfway around the world? With two. That's just what a team of animal experts did this fall. They brought a pair of whales 6,000 miles from an aquarium in China to a bay in Iceland. The hard journey took years to plan, and the whales traveled by boat. But the experts say all the effort was worth it. The whales had been living in a small aquarium with little room to swim. Now the whales are living at the Beluga Whale Sanctuary. It's the world's first open water sanctuary for this species. Taken from the wild. The whales are named Little Gray and Little White. They are both about 13 years old and have spent much of their lives in captivity. 10 years ago, they were captured in the Arctic Ocean and taken to an aquarium in China. In 2012, a company called Merlin Entertainments bought the aquarium. The company teamed up with Sea Life Trust and another group called Whale and Dolphin Conservation, WDC. Together, they set up a place where the whales could live a better life. Bringing Little Gray and Little White to Iceland wasn't easy. He set up a place where the whales could live a better life. Bringing Little Gray and each whale eats about 55 pounds of fish a day and weighs more than 2,000 pounds. Special equipment, including cranes, was needed to move them. Home, wet home. The Beluga Whale Sanctuary is in Klettsvik Bay in Iceland. The bay's cool waters are similar to those of the whale's original Arctic home. The large bay gives the belugas plenty of space to swim, dive, and explore. It also has a rich variety of seaweed, kelp, and fish for them to feed on. To keep the whales safe from predators, an underwater net blocks the bay's entrance. It also keeps the whales from wandering too far into the ocean until they are ready. Sea success. The whales seem to be enjoying the bay. Seeing them swim together and deep dive for the first time was amazing to witness, says Andy Boole, the head of Sea Life Trust. The pair may even get some neighbors. The sanctuary is looking forward to welcoming more whales in the future. Map it out. Name 2 countries where beluga whales are likely to be found. A whale of a journey. Little Gray and Little White's 6,000-mile journey took about 30 hours to complete. 1. In China, a special stretcher moved each whale out of the aquarium and into transportation tanks. 2. Trucks carried the tanks to the airport. They were loaded through the front of a plane for a 12-hour flight. 3. Once the plane landed in Iceland, the whales were carried by boat to the bay. They were unloaded there with the stretchers. 4. The whales were placed in special pools so doctors could check them after the trip. Then they were set free into their new home.
We had an amazing group of people. We had divers, we had local people who've been helping us, our staff, veterinarians from all over the world here to make sure this went smoothly for these girls.
So we hope to show that Little White and Little Grey thrive in this bay. This whole journey they've been on that will hopefully show that there's a welfare benefit to being in a natural environment like this. We hope that can then persuade others that maybe their beluga whales might be better off in a different environment.
Communities. What's up, world? Iceland. Learn what everyday life is like on this island nation up north. Imagine you live in Iceland. You wake up just in time for a quick breakfast of skyr, a cheese similar to Greek yogurt. You pour it over warm havregrater, also known as oatmeal. Outside, the winter sky is dark, and the sun won't rise until about 11:30 a.m. In the winter, Iceland only gets about 5 hours of sunlight each day. In summer, the sun barely sets and stays out all day on some days. You meet a friend at the local public bath, an outdoor pool filled with hot water. It's fun being surrounded by snow while swimming. Back at home, you and your family share a dinner of plokkfiskar, or fish stew. Then you all head outside to watch the northern lights. This natural phenomenon fills the night sky with colors like green and purple. Keep reading to learn more about Iceland. How does it compare with your community? The swirls of color on these pages are the northern lights. The sun releases tiny particles. When they strike the Earth's atmosphere, the particles let go of energy. That causes the air to glow. Celebrate! Every year, on the Thursday after April 18th, Iceland celebrates the first day of summer. To mark the day, children march in parades holding flags, play games, and exchange gifts. Fun and games. Ready to ride? Equestrian sports are popular in Iceland. Other favorite sports include soccer, called football there, and golf. Creature feature. Iceland is home to more Atlantic puffins than anywhere else in the world. There are 8 million to 10 million of these birds in the country during the spring and summer. Let's eat. Hot dogs are super popular in Iceland. Icelandic hot dogs are different from the American kind. They're made mostly from lamb, with a little pork and beef. Look at this! Check out one of Iceland's many volcanoes. When it erupted 10 years ago, it sent so much ash into the air that planes couldn't fly in the area for days. Say hello. In the Icelandic language, you would greet someone in a way that sounds very similar to English. Hello. Map it out. Iceland is mostly an Arctic desert that includes mountains, glaciers, geysers, hot springs, volcanoes, and waterfalls. More than half the population lives in and around the capital city of Reykjavik. Can you name 2 bodies of water that border Iceland?